Oh yeah, another thing since we last did the session from earlier last year, I now have one of those for 14, one of those like security little key ring things on there where you push a
The
button and
one-time
gives you.
password thing?
Yep, the one-time
Yeah.
password. Yeah, I registered that because what happened was between that period, somebody on LHJ apparently who played 14 apparently got hacked. So
Ooh.
what happened was they lost their. Yeah, I think they managed to get their stuff back, but I think they lost their gil or whatever on there. So it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna freaking mess around with that anymore. So I went and got with the options for a one-time password. So I ordered a thing from Square Enix, that little keyring thing. You press the button, you get it once. So.
Fair
And I have
enough.
that every time I log in. Also, because I got that, I get the thing where I can register a free Aetheryte warp destination. That
Oh,
can apply one for every character.
well, that's fun. That's actually pretty cool. It
Yep.
depends how much it costs you, to be fair, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. Well, the keyring itself didn't cost too much, and it was like a one-time pay thing for
Yeah.
that. It wasn't like freaking you got to keep paying for it.
Still, at the
The
end
only
of the
thing
day,
that happens if you freaking lose it or something, or have to get a new one.
still the fact that they're charging you for basically what's added protection for their own game from hackers kind of feels like a bit of a dick move, to be honest. Haven't they? Because I was looking at it earlier, actually, ironically. Don't they have a app or something for your phone you can use that'll give you a one-time password?
Well, that's one of the options of doing so. I mean, if you can get it through the app, I think you still have to like register or something for that.
I don't know. I'll just take the risk. I don't play the game enough to
Yeah.
be too worried about that. Like, speaking of which, you must be what 7,000 roughly now in terms of hours.
Let me see here. Well, and I will say this again. This is on Steam, which is right. Play it so, and this calls into account not just this character, but multiple other characters,
Of
including
course,
my
of course.
main, which I've spent the most time. But yeah, 7772.6 hours.
Fuck, dude, you're getting close.
And
I can't.
Savannah DM'd me one time about how people thought he spent too much time on Payday and put up
Yeah.
the 14 hours, and I'm like, thinking to myself, come talk to me first about that.
I was actually looking earlier. My hour count for this is probably around 460, but
Yeah.
but you gotta remember, I've been playing the game longer than you have.
Well, you started.
I started earlier than
Yeah.
voice acting.
This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
Oh yeah, this is it.
You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I am glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity.
Oh, dang it.
Pray tell me more.
I hate this solo duty. Yeah, I'm not turning out
To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Huh, I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Nova, which one of these do I pick for the investment thing?
pick the one that misses the sultry.
Okay.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of
It
Loch
actually
Sel.
wouldn't matter because eventually you'll be pointed to that anyways if you pick the wrong one.
If I just didn't know if it, I
that
just
one.
didn't know.
I know the Sultry and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread
That's probably what I
distribution,
missed from earlier.
much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gill.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Ooh.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders. Just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
Alright, I'm back in. We just had
Alright.
the meeting.
I think we got to the painful part of that solo duty. That was
Bad.
Real fun. Yeah, if we reach it or get to it during this session, I'll let you know something important about it.
Fair enough. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. Alright, starting securing the Sultry.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually did ask earlier, but I think we were talking about something else as well. What level are you currently at for this character?
Level-wise, my Gunbreaker is at level 84.
Is the max 90?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep, and Walker's max is 90, so...
I assume they're going to top it off at 100 by the end.
Well, they'll probably raise it to 100 with the next expansion.
That's what I mean with the next expansion.
Yeah.
No reason not to. Though I know you said you not be getting a bunch of games and stuff, but have you picked up anything else recently?
Not that I know of, no.
Fair enough.
The last thing I got of any note was for Christmas when I got myself Pokemon Scarlet. That was about it.
Oh, that was I think I remember you telling me about that, so that was a while ago.
Yeah.
I actually still haven't picked up one of the Gen 9 titles yet.
Yeah.
Does it still perform like ass on the Switch?
I don't think they've done any of the major updates to fix that yet, so...
Damn.
I know Yoshi's complained about things about it too, although he's been playing it recently because doesn't mind dealing when playing with other people, to be fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
But,
I still need to pick one up. I will eventually, but it's just one of those things where fucking Nintendo and Pokemon games, they never go down in bastard price. Actually, speaking of which, we just bought a relative a tin of Pokemon cards for his birthday. So he's got that coming.
Nice.
Never say I'm not good at buying people presents.
Yeah.
Alright, I am there, so...
Alright, so yeah, the main part of this fight's gonna have that same thing I was talking about too, just hopefully lessen it.
Speaking of which, teleportation, yeah! Opa's lolicon!
There it is!
I nearly completely forgot about it, and I was thinking, didn't I used to do something during these?
Yeah, well, at least you remember, because I actually forgot about it.
It's been 18 months, but I finally did it.
Yep. Oh, I gotta hide behind the barrier.
Speaking of Resident Lolicon, obviously, we could have jumped into, like, a hangout or something, but I wanted to make sure everything was going to be smooth and okay with the first recording session, which is why I just, like,
it's fine.
Contacted you directly. Next time, we can always just jump into a thing, and if somebody else wants to join us, that's okay.
Oh, I gotta stay over here. There we go. Oh, no you don't. Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting help with this now.
Now, did you, I might have asked this in the past, but if I did, I just don't remember. Did you play that Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy game?
I have not. No, I heard about it, but I've not played it.
I got a really good deal on it off someone from eBay, like, back at Christmas. I still haven't even installed the game onto my Xbox yet.
Meh.
Although I hear it tries to connect, like, all the Final Fantasy timeline together, so it sort of blends in with Final Fantasy 1, I think. Although like I said, I was playing the Pixel Remaster of FF1. I forgot how fucking little story there was in that game. Oh, you're back here. Okay, I see you. I see you. Search your surroundings for yabbies. You may... Okay. So I need to find yabbies. I assume these are yabbies?
Yes. Oh. Yeah, you should know when you get to a thing where you'll go to like a scope or a sniper sort of thing. Basically what I do is look for the weak point on what you get in that sniper mode.
Yeah, I'm in the sniper mode. It's just... Where the fuck is weak point?
Yeah, what you want to do is zoom in as much as possible and then target the jaw, the lower jaw.
I did that and didn't let me. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's-
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's a bit strict.
Yeah. I had it near its fucking mouth earlier. I was
Yeah,
thinking,
you really gotta hit the spot right on that.
look, I don't care what you are. A fucking uppercut's gonna hurt.
Okay, that's solo duty's done. Jesus.
I'll see how long this mission continues to last. I might make the next quest my final quest for tonight.
Okay, that's fine. Something remember about the solo duty next time you do this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have time because it's already like an hour 20 in. So
Yeah. Basically, with the solo duty, I'll just say this right now, but I'll obviously tell you again later when we get to that point. It's one of those where you have like an R3 trigger in it, where you be able to press by pressing on your right joystick. It's one you have to use for that fight because the person you're fighting will produce orbs that try to enthrall your allies. If even one of them gets hit with a single orb, you fail the duty.
oh, fantastic.
Yeah, you have to. The only way to get rid of them is by using the R3 trigger command, deflect, I think it's called, which instantly wipes it out when they're in range. Basically, the first part of the fight is you have to properly deal with enough of them until it hits a cutscene, and then you get the second half, which is the fighting itself plus a little bit more of the killing the orbs, along with the rest of the fight.
So I probably won't be getting to it tonight, so you'll have to remind me
I
next
doubt
time.
Yeah, I'll remind you next time. Because I actually did fail the duty once now, even then. Back then
Refresh my memory. Don't if you do fail something, don't you have the option to lower the difficulty?
There
of
is
it?
the option of lower the difficulty, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
thought
don't
so.
know how much that'll help for that because of the orbs themselves, if they decrease how many of them you have to deal with, because that's usually when I think of making it easier, it's probably in terms of like actually damaging the boss, but this mechanic is something where you have to do something else besides, and I don't know if they made it possible to make that easier or not, if they lowered the amount of orbs you have to deal with at a time in each sequence or whatever. I'll have to
November Joy is now playing Undertale.
Yeah. I'd say look for a thing obligatory game Wiz is now playing Payday 2, but Wiz hasn't been on Discord as much since last year. Just things have been going on. I've been seeing her a little bit here and there, but
Yeah, she joined for some of the wrestling we've watched. She did the Rumble and Mania, so.
yeah, she was able to join for the wrestling stuff when we've had those.
So okay, wait, I was gonna do something this week, but things just cropped up, and then I got.
You said you were gonna do like an old one, CCW watch.
It still could be done. It's just obviously I had some spare cash and the fucking heat wave here. I'm not gonna get any sleep anyway, so I figured, you know what, it's a perfect time for me to jump back into 14. So.
Well, there you go.
So it doesn't mean something can't be done with the wrestling.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, we'll probably end up watching Money in the Bank. So.
Yeah. I'm not sure about my end because
Really?
obviously because of the thing of being in London overseas there, the time.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Fucking hell! I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
That means it's probably gonna start like I think 2 in the afternoon my time.
Yeah, it'll be about
That might
7 p.m.
That's
here.
very likely gonna butt up against an SG-14 session. Because usually we start those. Well, people try to gather around 2:30 at the earliest for that. So
Yeah, I never even thought of that, to be fair, buddy.
yeah. Now, if it was over here in the States somewhere, one of those stadiums, it'd be a different story because it'd be on at night. But nope, they didn't follow another overseas one with a.
Yeah, it's only
another
Turbo
one
that's
right
got to
after
suffer from the late night.
that.
I don't mind. I've been doing it for fucking 25 years
Yeah,
almost.
I mean, for you, that would actually be a normal night for the Money in the Bank instead of a late night. So,
Oh yeah, like 7 p.m. start for me is fucking early, essentially. But like I say, for me, it's weird because yeah, it's more convenient, but my brain is still hotwired for late nights for wrestling. Like, even going back to when I was 10 years old with like Judgment Day 2000, my first pay-per-view. You know, it was a fucking school night, and I was stopping up to watch the wrestling, so fuck it. Oh, here's the thing. I think my teachers and like my friends at school knew if the wrestling was on, Adam wasn't going to turn up to school. All right, Joe, what was the name of the solo duty?
Well, the solo duty's on the quest Return of the Bulls.
All right, because I'm just about to start a blissful arrival, and that'll be my last one.
Yeah, you're not.
I just wanted to make sure. Well, I just wanted to make sure my last thing tonight wasn't going to be a really difficult solo duty. So.
No, you're fine. In fact, I'm gonna pop up the thing about where we are in the main scenario quest right now.
We have done about 6 or 7 quests.
Just
this
where
session.
we're at in 4.1.
Yeah.
Okay, you have Blissful Rival. Yeah, the quest that I'm on with the solo duty is the one right after that.
Oh, okay.
Actually. So yeah,
I'm in the right place.
Yeah, you're ending at really the right place. Yeah.
But like I said, I must have done like 6 or 7
because that
quests
quest line's
already.
going to be longer because of not just because solo duty, but I know there's more going on in that particular quest afterwards too. Cause
I'm going to guess we have a few cutscenes as well with them. So
yeah, there's going to be cutscenes because it's the last quest of patch 4.1. So
quest
there's going to be
accepted.
some things to finish this off, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.